So basically, I could be doing like more people playing together trainings with pretty much with young adults with disabilities, and pretty much how they create tools for this, so person-centered tools for themselves, so they can use this to help them to plan out their employment, and so that they can share with the IEP meeting or ISP meeting or anyone that they pretty much know. Also, I could be doing like outreach events. So eventually, try to do my own booth at like an outreach event. It could be on any kind of topic, I guess. But I told Allison that like if I was to do outreach, it would probably be like something quick for like people planning together training. Some of the little like places I work at was kind of like really, I would say it's really fascinating. All of them was our federal government jobs. I worked at the United States Met Department. I worked at the IRS in New Carrollton and the one at Constitution Avenue. I was able to work at the Department of Transportation at New Jersey Avenue, at the Navy Yard. And all of those experiences has been great in a way. You could tell that like my supervisors were really like, they really liked me because I was always showing on time, and also so I was really ready to work. Even though there are some days and stuff where I didn't do anything in a way, but you could tell that like basically so me having like little like great hard working skills in a way, it made the experience really great. When you get to your 11th grade, they will get you knowledge in RSA, and that's how that I got information about RSA. And with that, it was for like one back to school night that I done where like basically they were talking about RSA. I had to apply for RSA services. So basically, so my parents they was really interested. They was really highly interested in it. So basically, so we went on just apply for RSA services, and luckily, I was able to get like an RSA counselor. And after college, my RSA counselor, she was really heavily into helping me and my brother find a job in a way. So basically, she was giving us like different opportunities just to volunteer, just doing different events, just to like check people in. I know that like have an opportunity to speak on my summer internship with the for this one event that I've done back in 2016 for the whole RSA people. Basically, and also just sending me job applications for me just to do in a way. Until that like one day, she's sending me a job about DDS. It was like an internship, which I done it. That turned out to be like a 5-year experience there at DDS. You must speak up, set meetings in the way, or even come in at times where they're like basically so just talk to your RSA counselor, because I felt that like that communication with the client and your RSA counselor is really important in a way. And basically so and you feel that like basically so if they're not really doing that much in a way, trying to become a self-advocate and try to pretty much take control of your little like pretty much your meetings or even with your RSA counselor, so that like so that planning could be like really garnished and really healthy in a way. I would say that like me talking about myself having like a disability in a way, I'm pretty sure that like that everyone just want to work in a way. Everyone just want to feel value. Everyone just want to make money. Everyone just like to just have this to just have the opportunity where they're like basically so where they're like each week or each like month so you get like a paycheck and you can spend on anything that you want to in a way. I mean that feeling is really nice just to have. So basically, and also being able just to work every time before work, go home, talk about your experience with your parents. Like I know that like I lost track of all the stories that I was telling my parents and my brother about work in a way that I was really passionate about in a way. I would say that like that's like the main key that us people with disabilities is one. We just want to work where the like basically so we can make money, spend money, and basically just feel happy and just be ready to contribute in a way. People have their own passion in a way, and people want to follow that passion. And I feel that that's really important. To get that that little work experience, because I know that I come out in college. I know that people was telling me that look, Kevin, come out in college. I know you can find work right then and then. Well, it ain't happen right then and then. I know that it was like a really struggle just to find a work. My career job is I want to be a mentor towards young adults. I mentor, I just wanted just to be like a guidance or like a role model towards young adults, either with or without disability, so that so they could talk about the struggles, the challenges that they face in high school, going to college, going to appointment, with the basic stuff. But I could be like a little like a guidance to them in a way, just giving them like a few advice and tips in a way. And I also, along with my career goal, I also want to do public speaking in a way. My advice would just be just have patience. Don't look at the whole disability that like the individual is probably showing. Just only look at them as what kind of talents that they got, what kind of like great skills that they got. Are they happy? Are they determined? Are they making the environment more better in a way? Those are the aspects that that everyone should be looking at in a way. And it's because I feel that basically stuff, when we start doing about disabilities in a way, I feel that that becomes like a handicap in a way. Like I know that that we all got disabilities and stuff, but we're all not really that handicapped with the basic stuff. Where we can't talk to customers, where we can't do cash registers, where we can't do presentations and stuff. But basically, it doesn't stop us just to do a good work ethics in a way. So I would just advise people just to still do self-advocate for employees, just give people a chance. Try to limit everything that is disability related, because I feel that when you start doing that in a way, it could really gonna focus you for not seeing how well that your client or your worker is actually doing at his job places in a way.